As the chronicles of heaven and earth are quietly rewritten, a singular moment ripples through the fog-laden expanse of the valley. The ancestral tree, once colossal and unyielding, now shrinks into a crystalline sapling, caught between the wills of Ling and Yarong. Its fiery leaves tremble, hesitant yet powerful, as if the heavens themselves hold their breath. In Alchemy Emperor of the Divine Dao, Chapter 1982, the struggle for recognition by the source power reaches its crescendo. Divine Fetuses clash, Celestial King bloodlines flare, and Ling Indestructible Heaven scroll surges like a tidal force that none can oppose. The fiery flame lightning strike wood wavers. The territory of source powers teeters, and what seemed inevitable transforms into a test of cunning, strength, and fate. Who will ultimately claim mastery, and what revelations lie in wait for those who dare to grasp the essence of heaven itself? Imagine a scene where the heavens themselves seem to pause, and a single tree holds the power to reshape destinies. This was the moment Ling faced the legendary fiery flame lightning strike wood, an ancestral tree whose recognition could elevate even the most prodigious cultivators to untold heights. But what was at stake here wasn't just power. It was a test of will, of mastery over heaven and earth itself. Ling and his companions, all divine fetuses of remarkable talent, were drawing on the source power of the world, each striving to become the tree's chosen. Yet, among them, Ling stood apart. While others relied solely on the awakened might of their celestial king tier bloodlines, Ling wielded something far rarer, the Indestructible Heaven's Scroll. This wasn't just a technique, it was a heavenly venerate tier level treasure, a manifestation of ultimate cultivation insight. It elevated his presence above the very titans around him. Then came the spectacle. The colossal ancestral tree, radiant with celestial light, began to shrink before their eyes, an awe-inspiring display signaling its choice. It was both a test and an invitation. Who would claim it? Ling rivals pressed forward, their efforts attempting to lure the tree. But even the formidable Yarong, a former celestial king with countless cunning strategies, found herself entangled in hesitation. The tree seemed to weigh not only strength, but purity of intention and depth of cultivation. Here, the battle wasn't just physical. It was philosophical, a contest of Dao hearts. Ling unleashed the full intent of the Indestructible Heaven's Scroll. His cultivation rippled outward like a vast ocean, enveloping the tree. In an instant, the fiery flame lightning strike wood responded, flying directly into his grasp, sealing itself to him. This was no mere acquisition. It was a testament to Ling comprehension of the regulations of slaughter, time, and space, and his ability to harmonize heaven's source powers. Victory was absolute. Yet the scene also highlighted Yarong's strength and ingenuity, her fury and frustration echoing the stakes of a battle that transcended mortal understanding. The consequences were profound. Ling now held a third source power, adding the fiery flame lightning strike wood's vitality to his own. This wasn't just a healing reservoir, it enhanced his defensive capabilities and hinted at further potential, should he someday acquire the source power of Earth. It showcased the subtle beauty of xianxia cultivation. A single source power could ripple through every technique, every recovery, every strategic maneuver. Here, the Indestructible Heaven's Scroll demonstrated its true genius, amplifying natural forces and guiding them with precision. Meanwhile, the reactions of those around him painted a human tableau amidst the cosmic drama. Hu Nu's excitement, the Empress's gentle pride, even Ru's quiet acknowledgement of her own emotions, all revealed that, in a world of immortal struggles, the bonds between people could be as vital as any source power. Ling triumph was shared, celebrated, and quietly revered, proving that leadership in the Dao was as much about heart as it was about strength. As they prepared to leave the valley, a sobering truth lingered. The trials had been brutal, claiming countless prodigies, leaving scars on the balance of power in the wide prosperity heaven. Ling reflection was sober yet insightful. Victory comes with responsibility, and the waves they set in motion would ripple through the realms for years to come. What makes this moment legendary is not just the acquisition of a source power, but the layers of meaning beneath it. The interplay of strategy, cultivation mastery, and emotional resonance. Ling rise here wasn't luck. It was the culmination of vision, patience, and the unparalleled strength of the Indestructible Heaven Scroll. And as the dust settles, one can't help but wonder, with 3 source powers already in hand, what storms of destiny will he face next, and who else will dare to challenge the tides of his Dao? Imagine a realm where even the heirs of celestial kings tread lightly, knowing death can strike without warning. In the depths of the mystery realm, not a single celestial king dared to personally intervene. They relied on their heirs, confident that secret life-saving techniques would shield them. Yet none could anticipate the chaos sown by a maniac named Ji Wuming, a force so terrifying that these carefully guarded techniques were rendered useless, and death came swiftly and without mercy. This wasn't merely a battle. It was a crucible designed to test the mettle of the next generation. Monarchs and emperors might carry celestial blessings, but Ji Wuming reshaped the rules entirely. He became a grim reminder that in this world, power and reputation are no guarantee of survival. Ling and his companions emerged from the valley quietly, 10 years having slipped by in what felt like a heartbeat. Their journey back to Alchemy City wasn't just travel, it was transformation. Each stop, each seclusion beneath the reincarnation tree honed their understanding of the Tao, sharpened their inner energy, and accelerated their cultivation to staggering heights. Ling, the Empress, and Hu Nu perfected their 5th severance, absorbing the full essence of the regulation of slaughter. Their mastery over the heaven-destroying 9 swords became near limitless, the true measure of their power now brushing against the tier of celestial kings themselves. Even their peers, like the bewitching Maiden Ro, had closed the gap. Though not quite at Ling level, she now stood as a formidable opponent, capable of exchanging blows with monarch-tier cultivators. Meanwhile, others, like the Heavenly Phoenix Divine Maiden, still moved slowly, protected by the longevity of her Genesis-tier life. It was a subtle reminder that cultivation is not just about raw power, but timing and opportunity. Returning to Alchemy City, Ling faced Grandmaster Zicheng, a figure whose calm authority could absorb even the most catastrophic news. The tale of Ji Wuming's massacre left the old master speechless. Killing monarch-tier heirs wasn't a trivial matter. The political ripples could engulf entire heavens. Yet Zicheng, recognizing Ling extraordinary talent and the protection of the rock palace behind him, chose wisdom over punishment. Ling path was alchemy, a pursuit that could one day elevate him to a status where even celestial kings would yield respect. Here, we see a critical turning point. Ling cultivation had reached a bottleneck. To break into the dividing soul tier, to reach the Yang Soul, he would need to venture to the legendary Yang Soul Ocean, a place of immense risk and unparalleled opportunity. Such oceans only opened once every 100 million years. Yet fortune smiled upon him. A mere 300-year wait, patience, in the Xianxia world, is a currency as precious as power. Time flowed differently within the Black Tower and beneath the reincarnation tree. 97 years passed outside, but inside, tens of thousands of years of comprehension and pill concoction had refined Ling into a 3-star alchemist. This ascent wasn't just about skill. It was the synthesis of endless patience, insight, and the relentless pursuit of perfection in spirit refinement. The hidden cornerstone of true alchemical mastery. Even with boundless resources, alchemical ascension demanded struggle. Rare celestial ingredients, meticulous refinement, and the mental acuity to combine them all pushed Ling to his limits. Over 130 years, he reached the 4th refinement, standing on the cusp of Grandmastery, a rank achieved by only a handful in all of Alchemy City. Here, the narrative shows the duality of Xianxia. Even geniuses must wrestle with time and method, not just raw talent. As the Yang Soul Ocean's opening approached, Ling focus intensified. Every concocted pill, every meditation under the reincarnation tree was a deliberate stride toward immortality's threshold. And just as the final 3 years ticked away, Grandmaster Zicheng summoned him, hinting at the formidable 3 Lives pill, a 4-star alchemical marvel, legendary for its complexity. Watching Zicheng undertake such a creation would not only inspire awe, but offer Ling insight into the zenith of alchemical art. In this chapter, we witness the fusion of strategy, patience, and raw talent. Ling is no longer just a prodigy. He is a strategist of fate. a cultivator whose every decision echoes through the cosmos. And as the Yangtze Ocean looms, one question hangs heavy in the air. Will his preparation and understanding be enough to claim the next step of transcendent power? Or will the tides of the celestial realm test him once again? Imagine a moment in the world of alchemy where a single lost formula could shift the balance of power, a treasure coveted across realms. And then imagine someone not just finding it, but being handed not one, but 3 such secrets by a mysterious envoy from the Western Celestial Realm. That's exactly the scenario Ling Han and his master, alchemist Zicheng, are facing. A moment that is as much about politics and power as it is about pills and refinement. Ling Han watches his master, a man whose reputation as a grandmaster is legendary, react with the unrestrained joy of a man who has just stumbled upon infinite wealth. But this isn't mere greed. It's the culmination of centuries of pursuit. Zicheng's laughter hides the calculated mind beneath. Every alchemical gift, every lost pill recipe comes with strings attached. In this case, a simple trade, 3 rare recipes for 1. Even a man of Zicheng's wisdom couldn't refuse such an exchange. This is where wuxia and strategy intersect. Every action carries weight. Every decision ripples through the alchemical and cultivation worlds. The 3 Lives pill, a legendary concoction thought lost to time, becomes the stage upon which mastery, mentorship, and legacy collide. Ling Han, despite being skilled in the 4th refinement, observes his master's techniques not just to replicate, but to internalize and spark his own innovation. Here, the narrative emphasizes an essential principle of xianxia cultivation. The student learns not by rote, but by capturing the essence of their master's skill, preparing for a future where they must surpass even the teachers they revere. Through years accelerated 100-fold, we see the duality of this journey. Zicheng may never achieve perfection with the 3 Lives pill, but Ling Han grows immeasurably, refining his techniques and edging closer to the elusive 5th refinement. It's a masterclass in patience, endurance, and the silent accumulation of power. This is a recurring theme in xianxia. True growth often comes not from immediate success, but from relentless, painstaking effort that compounds over time. And yet, the story expands beyond the alchemical laboratory. Zicheng reveals a looming event, a gathering in the Western Celestial Realm, a convergence of alchemists from across the realms. This is more than a trip. It is a test, a networking crucible, and a subtle battlefield of influence. Ling Han is not just a guest. He is a representative of Alchemy City, the future chairperson, and now a student poised to meet Ma Tongguang, a prodigy who has cultivated for 900,000 years and already achieved 3-star mastery. The contrast is striking. Centuries of cultivation and achievement on one side, youthful potential on the other. It immediately raises the question of merit versus opportunity, talent versus legacy, a question that resonates deeply in xianxia lore. When Ling Han arrives at the manor for honored guests, the social dynamics become a study in human and immortal behavior. Respect is paid not just to him, but also to the envoy from the Western Celestial Realm. Ling Han notices the eager crowd, all vying for the favor of Ma Tongguang. It's a clear demonstration of cultivation hierarchy and the relentless pursuit of advantage. Even those who owe allegiance to him, the future chairperson, show humility before an outsider with power and promise. This is xianxia politics at its finest. Reputation, connections, and the subtle art of reading one's position in a complex hierarchy. Ling Han's commentary that the grass is greener on the side of the Western Celestial Realm is more than casual observation. It is both insight and gentle admonition. It underscores the relentless human desire to seek greater power, even when one is already near the pinnacle of one's world. It also foreshadows the strategic importance of this meeting. Ling Han will need to navigate not just alchemical challenges, but social and political ones, aligning himself wisely without losing sight of his own path. Finally, the confrontation with Lu Xianming at the courtyard entrance introduces tension and rivalry. Ling Han is reminded that prestige alone does not grant unrestricted access. Power must be recognized and hierarchy respected. Lu Xianming embodies the arrogance of those who believe position grants supremacy, a recurring motif in cultivation narratives. This encounter subtly sets the stage for challenges to Ling Han's authority, testing both his social acuity and his strategic patience. In essence, this chapter is a masterful interplay of cultivation, alchemy, and politics. It shows that power is never purely in the techniques one masters, but in the connections one navigates, the patience one cultivates, and the insight one gains from observing both allies and rivals. Ling Han's journey here is emblematic of the Xianxia path: relentless growth, tactical awareness, and the quiet, potent accumulation of influence. As he prepares to meet Ma Tongguang, one cannot help but wonder, will his innate talent, honed skill, and strategic mind be enough to match the prodigies of the Western Celestial Realm? Or will this encounter sow the seeds of rivalry and alliances that could define the next chapter of his ascent? Imagine being on the cusp of greatness, only to have it snatched away before your very eyes. That is the tension simmering in Alchemy City as our story unfolds. A city of prodigies, ambition, and the ruthless calculus of talent. Ling Han, the destined future chairperson, finds himself confronted with an audacious provocation right at the gates of his own domain. To be made to wait, to have his authority questioned, even subtly, this is not just disrespect, it's a challenge. And in the world of alchemists, challenges are never left unanswered. Now, let's understand the players. Ling Han is calm, composed, yet lethal, peak stage 5th severance strength, a man whose authority is both earned and feared. Opposite him is Lu Xianming, once a rival prodigy, now reduced to a shadow of his former ambition. His resentment burns brightly because he sees in Ling Han not just a competitor, but the thief of his rightful destiny. He believes that under different circumstances, he would be the one inheriting Alchemy City, the one commanding respect, the one shaping the world of alchemy. This is the classic tension of Xianxia: talent versus destiny, pride versus reality. The interaction is brutal yet measured. A single slap from Ling Han, almost casual in execution, shatters Lu Xianming's composure. But it's more than physical, it's symbolic. In this universe, strength dictates legitimacy. Lu Xianming may have skill, talent, and cunning, but without the proper cultivation breakthrough, without the recognition of power, he is nothing in comparison. Ling Han's words cut deeper than any strike, a reminder that titles and potential mean little without the actual strength to enforce them. And here lies a critical lesson in Xianxia hierarchy. Your cultivation stage defines your authority, and no amount of ambition can bypass that law. Yet the story takes a fascinating turn with the arrival of Ma Tongguang, a prodigy from the Western Celestial Realm. He is not just a guest. He is a mirror reflecting the larger alchemical world. His presence immediately highlights the gap between realms. While the Eastern Celestial Realm boasts only a handful of 4-star alchemists, the Western Celestial Realm counts thousands. This isn't mere exposition. It's a narrative device that places our characters in a broader cosmic context, showing that mastery is relative, and true greatness requires venturing beyond local fame. Ma Tongguang's words carry subtle political weight, hinting at alliances, power dynamics, and the delicate dance between respect and obligation across realms. For Ling Han, this encounter is both a test and an opportunity. He must navigate Lu Xianming's jealousy, assert his own authority, and engage with Ma Tongguang in a way that secures both respect and future alliances. Here, the storytelling shines. It's not just a confrontation, but a lesson in strategy, perception, and emotional intelligence. In Xianxia, the sharpest weapon is often the mind, not the fist. As for Lu Xianming, his fury is understandable. His fall from the status of Holy Sun to a 2-star alchemist underscores a recurring theme in these worlds. Potential is fleeting, and pride can be a dangerous companion. His plans to rise in the Western Celestial Realm, surpass even Ma Tongguang one day, reveal his strategic patience and unyielding ambition. But for now, he is constrained, forced to swallow humiliation. A tension many viewers will find relatable, even if magnified to the level of legendary martial heroes. And what of the future? Ling Han's journey to the Western Celestial Realm isn't just a personal quest, it's a bridging of worlds, a confrontation with a higher standard of alchemy, and an opportunity to cement his place as a true legend. The stakes are clear: survival, recognition, and the chance to ascend to 5-star alchemist, a power equal to a celestial king. This is not merely personal glory, it's the shaping of destiny itself, an inevitable collision with both rivals and mentors in the grand tapestry of cultivation. So, As we close this chapter of Alchemy City, the tension remains. Who truly holds power? How will Ling Han maneuver within the subtle politics of cross-realm alliances? And will Lu Xianming's ambition ultimately be his downfall, or will he rise again to challenge destiny itself? In the world of Xianxia, every encounter leaves ripples that stretch far beyond the moment, and the seeds of rivalry, respect, and betrayal are already planted for the chapters to come. Picture this: a city of alchemists, steeped in tradition, ambition simmering in every corner, and at its heart, a young prodigy stands untouchable, yet under siege by envy. This is the tale of Ling Han and the turbulent currents of Alchemy City, where power, pride, and fate collide. Lu Xianming, once a hopeful, aspiring alchemist, now seethes in silent jealousy. He had clawed his way up, currying favor with Ma Tongguang, enduring humiliation just for a foothold in the Western Celestial Realm. And yet, when Ling Han steps onto the scene, the rules bend around him. He is invited directly, promised not only recognition, but the very path to becoming a 4-star Grandmaster, and maybe even 5. The contrast is almost cruel. Here we witness the raw, human element of cultivation stories. Envy and resentment fuel the drama, reminding us that even in worlds of immortal arts, human emotion remains a powerful force. But let's unpack why this moment matters beyond petty rivalry. Ling Han's refusal to bend to Ma Tongguang's authority is not arrogance. It is principle. In the hierarchy of alchemy, personal freedom is the ultimate cultivation treasure. By rejecting Ma Tongguang's overtures, Ling demonstrates not only his moral compass, but also his deep understanding of power dynamics. One can have technique, one can have talent, but the mastery of self, that is an entirely different realm. This is why even Ma Tongguang, with all his cultivation might, cannot command him. Ma Tongguang himself is a study in contrast. A 5th Severance monarch-tier cultivator, an alchemical prodigy, and a man accustomed to deference. His presence is a statement of celestial authority. In his eyes, the Eastern Celestial Realm is small and pliable. Yet, his shock at encountering Ling Han's companions, 3 extraordinary women of unmatched beauty, reveals another layer. Even the mighty can be caught off guard by human connection and allure. Here, the story isn't just about alchemy or power. It's about the interplay of ambition, desire, and strategy. Strategically, Ling Han's handling of the Western Celestial Emissary is brilliant. He sets boundaries, asserting autonomy while keeping the path open to the Yang Soul Ocean. A legendary and perilous realm coveted by cultivators across the cosmos, the voyage is no mere journey. It is the convergence of countless lifetimes of waiting, a test of endurance, wisdom, and risk. Every player, every elite, every monarch-tier master calculates whether survival and reward justify the peril. Ling Han's foresight ensures he moves forward without being ensnared by flattery or coercion, a hallmark of true strategic genius in wuxia tales. And then there's the human drama. Lu Xianming, blinded by envy, aligns with Ma Tongguang, hoping to leverage discord for his own rise. Yet his understanding of Ling Han's resolve is flawed, a reminder that ambition alone cannot overcome insight and character. This interplay of personalities, motivations, and miscalculations adds layers to the narrative, showing that even in worlds dominated by alchemy and martial prowess, human psychology shapes outcomes. So as our protagonists prepare to set out on the Yang Soul Ocean, the stage is set for a clash of ambition, talent, and destiny. Ling Han remains unbowed, principled, and aware, while Ma Tongguang's pride hints at future confrontation. The tension is electric. A meeting of civilizations, mastery, and unspoken rivalries, with stakes that stretch across realms. The question lingers: will Ma Tongguang bend Ling Han, or will he find himself humbled by the very principles he cannot comprehend? And as the journey begins, the Yang Soul Ocean promises not just challenges, but revelations about power, desire, and the true cost of immortality. Stay with me, because what comes next isn't just another adventure. It's a masterclass in strategy, cultivation, and the delicate balance of respect, envy, and destiny.